Chapter 1. Unlocking the Brain's Power. How Chemistry Drives Success. Success is not just about talent, effort, or opportunity. Beneath every decision you make, every action you take, and every goal you achieve lies a complex network of chemical processes in your brain. Understanding these processes is the key to unlocking your potential. This chapter dives into the core principles of brain chemistry, breaking down how neurotransmitters, hormones, and neural pathways shape your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and ultimately determine your ability to succeed. The brain's role in success. Your brain is a powerhouse, controlling not only your body, but also your motivation, focus, and resilience. It is constantly processing information, making decisions, and adapting to new challenges. At the heart of this activity is a symphony of chemical signals, neurotransmitters, and hormones that dictate how you think and feel. Understanding this interplay gives you an edge. When you know how your brain works, you can take deliberate actions to optimize its performance, creating conditions that naturally lead to success. The major neurotransmitters of success. Dopamine. The reward chemical dopamine is often called the motivation molecule. It's responsible for the feeling of pleasure and reward you experience when you achieve something. Whether it's finishing a task, hitting a fitness goal, or earning a promotion, dopamine drives you to seek more success. However, dopamine has a dark side. Over-reliance on quick dopamine hits, like social media, junk food, or procrastination, can derail your focus and create habits that sabotage long-term goals. To leverage dopamine for success, channel it into productive activities. Break big goals into smaller milestones and celebrate each win. This consistent flow of dopamine reinforces positive behaviors. Serotonin. The confidence booster serotonin influences your mood, confidence, and overall sense of well-being. High serotonin levels are associated with feelings of pride and status, while low levels can lead to doubt and insecurity. Boosting serotonin involves creating environments and habits that make you feel good about yourself. Regular exercise, exposure to sunlight, acts of kindness, and even standing tall with good posture can elevate serotonin levels. A confident brain is a successful brain. Cortisol. The stress regulator cortisol, the stress hormone, is a double-edged sword. In small doses, it sharpens focus and prepares you for challenges. But chronic stress floods your brain with cortisol, impairing decision-making and reducing your capacity for resilience. To manage cortisol, prioritize sleep, practice mindfulness, and avoid overloading yourself with unnecessary stressors. Success isn't just about pushing harder. It's about knowing when to recharge. Endorphins. The painkillers of progress. Endorphins mask pain and elevate your mood. They're released during physical activity, laughter, and even when you engage in creative activities. Endorphins make hard work feel enjoyable, helping you push through challenging tasks. Cultivating activities that release endorphins, like exercise or engaging hobbies, keeps your brain in a state where it embraces effort and growth rather than avoiding it. The brain's reward system and goal setting. The brain's reward system, driven largely by dopamine, plays a crucial role in how you set and pursue goals. When you achieve something, dopamine floods your system, reinforcing the behavior that led to success. This is why setting clear, measurable goals is so powerful. It creates a cycle of motivation and reward. But the system can work against you if goals are too vague or distant. Without frequent wins, your brain loses interest and motivation wanes. To counter this, break large goals into smaller, actionable steps. Each time you complete a step, you trigger the reward system, keeping momentum high. Neuroplasticity. Your brain's ability to adapt and learn. The human brain is remarkably adaptable. Neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to rewire itself based on experiences, is what allows you to learn new skills, form habits, and recover from setbacks. Every time you practice something, whether it's playing an instrument, public speaking, or managing stress, your brain strengthens the neural pathways associated with that activity. Consistency is key. The more you repeat a behavior, the more efficient these pathways become. This is why habits are so powerful. They hardwire your brain for success. Conversely, negative habits also become deeply ingrained, so it's essential to be deliberate about what you allow into your routine. The role of hormones in decision-making. While neurotransmitters handle quick communication in the brain, hormones influence long-term behaviors. For example, testosterone boosts confidence and risk-taking, while oxytocin fosters trust and connection. Understanding these hormonal influences allows you to create conditions that align with your goals. If you need to build confidence, engage in activities that naturally boost testosterone, like weightlifting or competitive games. To strengthen relationships, focus on trust-building actions that increase oxytocin, such as active listening and expressing gratitude. The impact of lifestyle on brain chemistry. Your daily choices directly impact your brain's chemistry. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, and mental stimulation all play a role in optimizing cognitive performance. Sleep. During sleep, your brain consolidates memories, clears toxins, and balances neurotransmitter levels. Chronic sleep deprivation disrupts these processes, leading to poor focus, mood swings, and diminished decision-making. Prioritize quality sleep to keep your brain performing at its peak. Nutrition. What you eat fuels your brain. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and complex carbohydrates support cognitive function, while excessive sugar and processed foods create imbalances that impair focus and energy. Exercise. Physical activity boosts dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins while reducing cortisol. Regular exercise doesn't just benefit your body, it sharpens your mind. Mental stimulation. Engaging in challenging activities, like puzzles, learning a new language, or creative problem-solving, keeps your brain sharp and adaptable. These activities strengthen neural plasticity, preparing you for the mental demands of success. The role of mindset in shaping brain chemistry. Your thoughts have a profound impact on your brain's chemistry. Negative thinking floods your brain with stress hormones, while positive thinking triggers reward pathways and promotes resilience. This is not about ignoring challenges, but about reframing them. Instead of seeing a setback as failure, view it as a learning opportunity. Practice gratitude daily to focus your mind on abundance rather than lack. Over time, these thought patterns become habitual, creating a brain primed for success. Practical steps to optimize your brain chemistry. Create a morning routine that boosts dopamine and serotonin, like exercise, meditation, or journaling. Set small, actionable goals and celebrate each win to reinforce motivation. Limit activities that provide quick dopamine hits without long-term benefits, such as excessive social media use. Chapter 2. The Dopamine Blueprint. Mastering Motivation and Focus. Dopamine is the driving force behind motivation, the fuel that powers your ambition and keeps you striving for more. It is the neurotransmitter that pushes you to take action, celebrate progress, and reach new heights. But dopamine is not just a motivator. It's also a trap if you don't manage it wisely. Understanding how dopamine works and learning to harness it effectively will transform the way you approach success. How dopamine shapes your desires. Dopamine doesn't reward you for achieving a goal. It rewards you for pursuing it. This is why the process of striving for something can feel exhilarating. The anticipation of a reward releases dopamine, creating a sense of excitement and driving you to keep going. But here's the catch. Your brain doesn't differentiate between meaningful goals and trivial distractions. Whether you're working on a major project or scrolling through social media, dopamine is at play. The key is to redirect your dopamine system toward activities that align with your long-term goals. Start by identifying what truly matters to you. Define your goals with clarity and specificity. When your brain sees a clear target, it becomes easier to focus your energy on actions that bring you closer to it. The danger of dopamine overload. In today's world, dopamine triggers are everywhere. Social media likes, binge-watching TV shows, junk food, and other instant gratifications flood your brain with dopamine without requiring significant effort. These cheap dopamine hits hijack your reward system, making it harder to stay motivated for long-term goals. When you rely on these quick rewards, you desensitize your brain to dopamine. The result is that activities requiring effort, like studying, exercising, or working on your business, feel less rewarding. To break this cycle, you need to reset your dopamine system. Dopamine detox. Resetting your reward system. A dopamine detox doesn't mean eliminating all sources of pleasure. It means reducing reliance on instant gratification so your brain can recalibrate. Start by identifying your biggest dopamine traps. Is it excessive screen time? Unhealthy eating? Constant multitasking? Commit to reducing or eliminating these activities for a set period. During this detox, replace high dopamine distractions with activities that provide deeper, more sustainable rewards. Read a book, go for a walk, or work on a skill you've always wanted to develop. Over time, your brain will regain its sensitivity to dopamine, making meaningful activities more satisfying. Designing a dopamine-friendly environment. Your environment plays a significant role in how you use dopamine. If your workspace is filled with distractions, staying focused becomes an uphill battle. Design an environment that minimizes temptation and maximizes productivity. Remove distractions. Keep your phone out of reach during work sessions. Use tools like website blockers to limit access to time-wasting sites. Surround yourself with cues that reinforce your goals. A vision board, a list of priorities, or reminders of your progress. Your environment should also include triggers for positive habits. For example, if you want to exercise more, keep your workout gear visible. If you want to read more, place books in areas where you spend downtime. These small adjustments make it easier to channel your dopamine system toward productive actions. Breaking goals into microtasks. The brain thrives on progress, not perfection. Large, distant goals can feel overwhelming, making it hard to stay motivated. The solution is to break these goals into smaller, actionable steps that provide frequent dopamine rewards. For example, if your goal is to write a book, focus on writing 1 page a day. Each completed page gives your brain a dopamine boost, reinforcing the habit. Celebrate these small wins and use them as fuel to keep going. The more progress you make, the more motivated you'll feel to continue. Using dopamine to build momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in achieving success. When you start making progress, dopamine drives you to keep moving forward. But the hardest part is often getting started. To overcome inertia, focus on creating an initial spark. Use the 2-minute rule. Commit to working on a task for just 2 minutes. Often, this small action is enough to break through procrastination and build momentum. Once you're in motion, dopamine takes over, making it easier to sustain effort. Celebrate every milestone, no matter how small. Did you finish a paragraph, make a phone call, or complete a workout? Acknowledge it. These micro-rewards keep your dopamine system engaged and your motivation high. Aligning dopamine with your purpose. Dopamine is most powerful when it aligns with your values and purpose. When you pursue goals that resonate deeply with you, the reward feels more meaningful. Reflect on what drives you. What are your core values? What impact do you want to have on the world? Use these reflections to set goals that inspire you. Purpose-driven goals not only provide a stronger sense of fulfillment, but also make it easier to stay motivated during challenging times. When the road gets tough, your purpose becomes a source of strength, reminding you why you started in the first place. Managing dopamine during setbacks. Setbacks are inevitable, but how you handle them determines whether they derail you or propel you forward. When you face a failure or obstacle, your brain's dopamine levels can drop, leading to frustration or self-doubt. The key is to reframe setbacks as opportunities for growth. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Use setbacks as feedback to refine your approach. Every adjustment you make is progress, and progress triggers dopamine. Even in failure, there is momentum if you're willing to see it. Long-term dopamine strategies. Success isn't about chasing dopamine spikes. It's about sustaining motivation over the long term. This requires balance. Incorporate activities that provide steady, long-term rewards alongside those that offer immediate satisfaction. For example, mix productive work with leisure activities that recharge you. Practice mindfulness to stay present and avoid the constant need for stimulation. Engage in hobbies that challenge and fulfill you, such as playing an instrument, gardening, or learning a new skill. Dopamine and relationships. Dopamine doesn't just drive personal achievement. It also plays a role in social connections. Positive interactions with others release dopamine, reinforcing bonds and fostering trust. Use this to your advantage by surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Build a support network of like-minded individuals who share your values and goals. Celebrate each other's successes and provide encouragement during setbacks. These relationships create a feedback loop of positivity and motivation. Chapter 3. Serotonin, the confidence formula. Serotonin is your brain's natural confidence booster. It's the neurotransmitter that gives you a sense of pride, contentment, and self-assurance. When serotonin levels are balanced, you feel in control, optimistic, and resilient. But when serotonin is low, you may experience self-doubt, insecurity, and even depression. To harness the power of serotonin, you must create habits and environments that foster its production, allowing you to build unshakable confidence and a sense of well-being. Building confidence through achievement. Serotonin is released when you accomplish something, no matter how small. Each success, whether it's finishing a task, learning a new skill, or overcoming a challenge, boosts your serotonin levels, reinforcing your belief in yourself. This is why setting and achieving goals, even minor ones, is essential for maintaining confidence. Start by breaking down larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks. Completing these tasks creates a consistent flow of serotonin, motivating you to take on bigger challenges. Over time, these small wins accumulate, reinforcing the belief that you are capable of achieving great things. The power of gratitude in boosting serotonin. Gratitude is a direct pathway to higher serotonin levels. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, your brain shifts into a state of positivity and abundance. This shift isn't just emotional, it's chemical. Expressing gratitude activates regions of the brain that produce serotonin, enhancing your mood and resilience. Practice gratitude daily. Take a few minutes each morning or evening to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. These can be as simple as a supportive friend, a productive day, or even the beauty of nature. Writing them down amplifies the effect, reinforcing positive neural pathways. Social connections as a serotonin booster. Humans are wired for connection. Serotonin is closely tied to your relationships and social interactions. Acts of kindness, meaningful conversations, and spending time with loved ones stimulate serotonin production, fostering a sense of belonging and trust. Make time for people who uplift and inspire you. Prioritize deep, meaningful connections over superficial interactions. Simple gestures, like expressing appreciation or offering support, not only strengthen relationships but also boost your own serotonin levels. When you invest in others, you also invest in yourself. The role of posture in confidence and serotonin. Your physical posture sends powerful signals to your brain about how you feel. Standing tall, with your shoulders back and head high, triggers serotonin production, reinforcing confidence and assertiveness. Conversely, slouching or hunching can suppress serotonin, making you feel less capable. Practice power poses. Spend 2 minutes each day standing in a posture that conveys strength and confidence, like the superhero pose. This simple act not only changes how others perceive you, but also shifts your own mindset, setting the tone for success. Using exercise to elevate serotonin. Physical activity is one of the most effective ways to boost serotonin. Exercise increases the availability of tryptophan, an amino acid that your brain converts into serotonin. Regular workouts also improve mood, reduce anxiety, and enhance focus, creating a positive feedback loop. Find a form of exercise that you enjoy, whether it's running, dancing, swimming, or yoga. Consistency is key. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week. Outdoor exercise offers additional benefits, as exposure to sunlight further stimulates serotonin production. Nutrition and serotonin production. What you eat directly impacts your brain's ability to produce serotonin. Foods rich in tryptophan, like turkey, eggs, cheese, and nuts, provide the raw materials your body needs to synthesize serotonin. Pairing these with complex carbohydrates helps tryptophan reach your brain more effectively. Incorporate more leafy greens, whole grains, and fermented foods into your diet. These not only support serotonin production, but also improve gut health, which is closely linked to brain health. A well-nourished body supports a balanced, confident mind. Managing stress to preserve serotonin levels. Chronic stress depletes serotonin, undermining your confidence and well-being. While some stress is unavoidable, managing it effectively is essential for maintaining balance. Develop habits that reduce stress and support mental health. Practice mindfulness or meditation to calm your mind and regulate emotions. Deep breathing exercises can quickly reduce cortisol levels, protecting your serotonin reserves. Regularly disconnect from screens and spend time in nature to reset and recharge. Sleep and its impact on confidence. Serotonin is a precursor to melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Poor sleep disrupts serotonin production, creating a cycle of fatigue and low confidence. Prioritize quality sleep to ensure your brain has the resources it needs to function optimally. Establish a consistent bedtime routine. Avoid caffeine and screens in the evening, and create a calm, dark environment for sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of rest each night to support serotonin balance and overall mental health. Reframing negative thoughts. Negative thought patterns can suppress serotonin and erode confidence. When you dwell on failures, insecurities, or worst-case scenarios, your brain reinforces neural pathways associated with self-doubt. To counter this, practice cognitive reframing. Challenge negative thoughts by examining the evidence. Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I'm learning and improving every day." Focus on solutions rather than problems, and remind yourself of past successes. Over time, this practice shifts your default thinking patterns, building a more positive and confident mindset. Engaging in acts of service. Helping others is a powerful way to boost serotonin. Acts of kindness, whether volunteering, mentoring, or simply offering support, create a sense of purpose and fulfillment. They also strengthen social bonds, enhancing your overall well-being. Look for opportunities to contribute to your community or support someone in need. These actions not only make a difference in others' lives, but also reinforce your own sense of worth and capability. Aligning your life with your values. Confidence thrives when your actions align with your values. When you live authentically, pursuing goals and relationships that resonate with your core beliefs, you create a deep sense of integrity and self-respect. This alignment naturally boosts serotonin, reinforcing your confidence. Reflect on what matters most to you. Are your daily actions consistent with these priorities? If not, identify changes you can make to bring your life into alignment. Living authentically eliminates the internal conflict that undermines confidence, allowing you to move forward with clarity and purpose. Celebrating progress, not perfection. Perfectionism is a confidence killer. When you focus solely on what's missing or what didn't go as planned, you overlook the progress you've made. Celebrating progress, no matter how small, reinforces serotonin production and motivates you to keep going. Chapter 4. Cortisol and Stress. Mastering Pressure to Achieve Balance. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, is one of the most misunderstood elements of success. In small doses, cortisol can be your ally, sharpening your focus, energizing your actions, and preparing you to face challenges. But when stress becomes chronic, cortisol turns into a destructive force, undermining your physical health, clouding your thinking, and eroding your confidence. Understanding how cortisol works and learning how to regulate it will determine whether stress propels you forward or holds you back. The role of cortisol in performance. Stress is not inherently bad. When managed properly, it can enhance performance. Cortisol is part of your body's fight-or-flight response, giving you a surge of energy and focus when you need it most. Athletes, performers, and high achievers often rely on this short-term stress to excel under pressure. The problem arises when stress becomes constant. Instead of helping you rise to the occasion, chronic cortisol floods your system, leaving you feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and unable to concentrate. The key to mastering stress is learning how to turn cortisol on when it's needed and turn it off when it's not. Identifying your stress triggers. Awareness is the first step in mastering cortisol. Everyone has unique stress triggers, situations, environments, or even thoughts that activate the stress response. These triggers might include tight deadlines, financial worries, interpersonal conflicts, or self-imposed perfectionism. Take a moment to identify your primary stress triggers. Write them down. The act of naming your stressors reduces their power over you. Once you recognize them, you can begin developing strategies to manage them effectively. The power of perspective in stress management. Stress is often less about the situation itself and more about how you perceive it. Two people can face the same challenge, yet one may feel overwhelmed while the other remains calm and focused. The difference lies in mindset. When you face a stressful situation, ask yourself, is this a threat or an opportunity? Reframing stress as a challenge to overcome rather than a danger to avoid shifts your brain's response. Instead of spiraling into panic, you activate problem-solving and creative thinking, reducing cortisol levels and increasing confidence. Creating routines that reduce cortisol. Routines provide stability in a chaotic world. When you establish daily habits that promote calm and predictability, you create a foundation that shields you from unnecessary stress. Morning routines are especially powerful because they set the tone for the rest of your day. Start your day with activities that ground you, such as meditation, journaling, or light exercise. These practices lower cortisol and increase focus, helping you approach challenges with clarity. Similarly, end your day with calming rituals like reading, stretching, or practicing gratitude to signal your brain that it's time to unwind. The role of breathing in stress reduction. Breathing is one of the simplest and most effective tools for managing cortisol. When you're stressed, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid, signaling your brain to stay in a heightened state of alertness. By consciously slowing your breath, you send a signal to your nervous system to relax. Practice diaphragmatic breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts. Hold your breath for 4 counts, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. Repeat this cycle several times. This technique activates your parasympathetic nervous system, reducing cortisol and promoting a state of calm. Physical activity as a stress regulator. Exercise is a natural antidote to cortisol. Physical activity helps metabolize excess cortisol, preventing it from accumulating in your system. It also releases endorphins, which improve your mood and counteract stress. Incorporate regular movement into your routine. This doesn't have to mean intense workouts. Walking, yoga, or dancing can be equally effective. The key is consistency. Aim for at least 30 minutes of activity most days to keep cortisol in check and maintain a balanced state of mind. The impact of sleep on stress. Sleep and cortisol are deeply interconnected. When you don't get enough rest, your cortisol levels spike, creating a vicious cycle of stress and fatigue. Poor sleep impairs your ability to cope with challenges, making even small issues feel overwhelming. Prioritize sleep as a non-negotiable part of your success strategy. Create an environment conducive to rest by keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule and avoid caffeine and screens in the evening. Quality sleep is not a luxury. It's a necessity for peak performance. Nutrition and cortisol balance. What you eat affects your body's ability to regulate cortisol. Diets high in sugar and processed foods can cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, exacerbating stress. On the other hand, a balanced diet rich in whole foods helps stabilize energy levels and support brain health. Focus on foods that combat stress, such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish. These provide essential nutrients like magnesium, omega-3s, and antioxidants, which help reduce inflammation and cortisol production. Stay hydrated, as even mild dehydration can elevate stress levels. Setting boundaries to protect your energy. Cortisol often spikes when you feel stretched too thin. Learning to set boundaries is essential for managing stress and preserving your mental health. This means saying no to unnecessary obligations, delegating tasks, and prioritizing what truly matters. Identify areas in your life where you've overcommit. Are there tasks or responsibilities that can be postponed, shared, or eliminated? By protecting your time and energy, you create space to focus on what aligns with your goals, reducing unnecessary stress. Practicing mindfulness to stay present. Mindfulness trains your brain to stay focused on the present moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. This practice reduces cortisol by interrupting the cycle of rumination and anxiety. Start with simple mindfulness exercises, such as focusing on your breath or observing your surroundings without judgment. Over time, mindfulness becomes a habit that allows you to navigate challenges with greater calm and clarity. The importance of gratitude in stress reduction. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. When you practice gratitude, your brain releases serotonin and dopamine, counteracting the effects of cortisol. Gratitude also strengthens resilience, helping you approach stress with a more positive mindset. Make gratitude a daily practice. Write down 3 things you're thankful for each day, no matter how small. Over time, this habit rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than lack, creating a buffer against stress. Chapter 5. Endorphins. Turning pain into power. Endorphins are your body's natural painkillers and mood elevators. They're the reason a grueling workout can leave you feeling euphoric or why a hearty laugh can turn a tough day around. Endorphins don't just mask physical pain. They also help you navigate emotional struggles, allowing you to persist through challenges and transform discomfort into growth. Learning how to tap into the power of endorphins is essential for maintaining resilience, optimism, and drive. Embracing discomfort to reap rewards. Pain and discomfort are unavoidable in the pursuit of success. Whether it's the physical strain of pushing your body to new limits or the emotional toll of overcoming rejection, growth often demands that you step into the uncomfortable. Endorphins make this process bearable. They act as a bridge, helping you push through the hard moments to reach the reward on the other side. The key is not to avoid discomfort, but to reframe it. Instead of seeing it as something to fear, view it as evidence that you are progressing. When you encounter resistance, remind yourself that it's a sign you're moving toward your goals. Endorphins help you stay in the fight when it gets tough. Physical activity as an endorphin trigger. Exercise is one of the most powerful and accessible ways to release endorphins. When you engage in sustained physical activity, your brain floods your system with these feel-good chemicals, reducing pain and boosting your mood. This is why athletes often describe a runner's high, or why a tough workout can leave you feeling invigorated rather than drained. Find a form of exercise that you enjoy, whether it's running, dancing, swimming, or martial arts. Consistency is more important than intensity. Even a brisk 20-minute walk can trigger endorphin release. The key is to make movement a regular part of your routine, transforming it into a reliable source of strength and resilience. The role of laughter in stress relief. Laughter is a natural and immediate endorphin booster. It doesn't just make you feel good in the moment. It also reduces stress, strengthens social bonds, and improves your overall perspective. Laughter shifts your brain out of a state of tension and into one of relaxation and optimism. Seek out opportunities to laugh every day. Watch a comedy show, share a funny story with a friend, or allow yourself to find humor in life's absurdities. Surround yourself with people who make you laugh and uplift your spirit. Laughter is not trivial. It's a powerful tool for maintaining balance and resilience. Building resilience through challenge. Challenges are where endorphins truly shine. When you take on something difficult, whether it's a demanding project, a physical feat, or a personal goal, your body responds to the effort by releasing endorphins. This not only makes the challenge more manageable, but also reinforces your ability to persevere. Seek out challenges that stretch you. Take on a task that scares you. Step outside your comfort zone, or set an ambitious goal. Each time you push through and complete a challenge, you strengthen your mental and physical resilience, making future obstacles feel less daunting. Creative expression as an endorphin boost. Engaging in creative activities, whether it's painting, writing, playing an instrument, or even cooking stimulates the release of endorphins. Creativity allows you to channel your emotions, process stress, and tap into a sense of flow. This state of flow is deeply rewarding, providing a natural high that leaves you feeling accomplished and refreshed. Prioritize creative outlets in your life. You don't have to be a professional artist or musician to benefit. The act of creating, regardless of the outcome, is what matters. Let creativity be a tool for both expression and rejuvenation. Acts of kindness and connection. Helping others triggers the release of endorphins, creating a sense of fulfillment and well-being. Acts of kindness, whether volunteering, mentoring, or simply offering support, strengthen your connection to others and reinforce your sense of purpose. Look for ways to contribute to your community or uplift someone in need. These actions not only improve the lives of others, but also enhance your own emotional health. When you give, you also receive. The link between gratitude and endorphins. Practicing gratitude is another effective way to boost endorphin levels. Reflecting on what you're thankful for shifts your brain's focus from stress to abundance. This positive outlook triggers a release of endorphins, creating a cycle of optimism and well-being. Start a daily gratitude practice. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small. Over time, this habit trains your brain to focus on the positives, enhancing your emotional resilience and overall satisfaction with life. Embracing nature for emotional healing. Spending time in nature is a powerful way to release endorphins and recharge your mind. Whether it's a walk in the park, a hike in the mountains, or simply sitting by a lake, nature provides a calming and restorative environment. The sights, sounds, and smells of the natural world activate your senses and reduce stress, creating the ideal conditions for endorphin release. Incorporate nature into your routine. Even brief moments spent outdoors can have a significant impact on your mental health. Use this time to disconnect from distractions, reflect, or simply enjoy the beauty around you. Using music to elevate your mood. Music has a profound effect on your brain's chemistry. Listening to songs that resonate with you can trigger the release of endorphins, lifting your mood and reducing stress. The rhythm, melody, and lyrics work together to create a sense of connection and release. Curate playlists that inspire and energize you. Use music strategically, whether to motivate yourself during a workout, calm your mind after a long day, or create a positive atmosphere while you work. Let music be a tool for emotional regulation and empowerment. Cultivating a resilient mindset. Endorphins are a tool, but mindset is the key to unlocking their full potential. A resilient mindset embraces challenges, finds joy in effort, and reframes setbacks as opportunities. When you adopt this perspective, you create the conditions for endorphins to work in your favor. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate your efforts and recognize the growth that comes from pushing through discomfort. Each step forward, no matter how small, reinforces your ability to persevere and thrive. Chapter 6. Oxytocin, Building Trust and Connection for Lasting Success. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone, but its impact extends far beyond personal relationships. It's the neurochemical foundation of trust, collaboration, and connection, essential elements for achieving success in any endeavor. Oxytocin fuels your ability to create meaningful relationships, foster loyalty, and build networks that amplify your potential. Success isn't just about what you do alone. It's about how you work with and inspire others. Oxytocin is the key to unlocking that power. Trust as the currency of success. Trust is the invisible thread that holds relationships, teams, and communities together. Without trust, even the most talented individuals struggle to collaborate effectively. Oxytocin plays a direct role in building and maintaining trust. When oxytocin levels are high, people feel safer, more connected, and more willing to engage in cooperative behaviors. The foundation of trust begins with integrity. Be consistent in your words and actions. Follow through on commitments, no matter how small. People trust those who demonstrate reliability over time, And each act of consistency triggers oxytocin in both you and those around you, reinforcing the bond. Small acts of kindness create big ripples. Kindness is a powerful trigger for oxytocin. Simple gestures, a compliment, a thoughtful message, or an act of generosity release oxytocin not only in the recipient but also in you. These small actions strengthen relationships and create a sense of goodwill that fosters collaboration and mutual respect. Make kindness a daily habit. Look for opportunities to uplift others. Celebrate their successes, offer genuine encouragement, or lend a hand when they're struggling. These acts might seem minor, but they compound over time, building trust and deepening connections. Active listening as an oxytocin booster. Listening is one of the most undervalued skills in building relationships, yet it is one of the most powerful. When you truly listen to someone, without interrupting, judging, or planning your response, you create a safe space for them to express themselves. This vulnerability triggers oxytocin, fostering a sense of connection. Practice active listening. Make eye contact, nod, and provide verbal affirmations that show you're engaged. Summarize what the other person has said to demonstrate understanding. Listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about making people feel seen, valued, and respected. Building trust through vulnerability. Vulnerability is often mistaken for weakness, but in reality, it is a cornerstone of trust. Sharing your struggles, fears, and aspirations allows others to see your humanity, which in turn encourages them to open up. This mutual vulnerability creates a strong bond, fueled by oxytocin. Start small. Share a personal story or admit when you don't have all the answers. Vulnerability isn't about oversharing. It's about being authentic. When you lead with vulnerability, you inspire others to do the same, creating deeper, more meaningful connections. Physical touch and its role in connection. Physical touch is a powerful way to release oxytocin. A handshake, pat on the back, or even a supportive hug can strengthen bonds and build trust. While the appropriateness of touch varies by culture and context, small gestures can make a significant impact when used thoughtfully. In professional settings, focus on non-intrusive forms of physical connection. A firm handshake at the beginning of a meeting or a congratulatory tap on the shoulder can convey warmth and build rapport. In personal relationships, prioritize affectionate touch as a way to deepen intimacy and trust. Collaboration over competition. Oxytocin thrives in environments of collaboration. While competition can drive individual performance, collaboration creates synergy, where the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts. Working together toward a common goal builds mutual respect and reinforces bonds, triggering oxytocin. Encourage collaboration by sharing credit for successes and acknowledging the contributions of others. Create opportunities for teamwork, even in individual-focused environments. When people feel valued and included, they're more likely to invest in the collective effort, benefiting everyone involved. Strengthening relationships through rituals. Rituals create a sense of belonging and consistency, which are essential for building trust. Whether it's a weekly check-in with your team, a family tradition, or a morning coffee date with a friend, rituals reinforce connections and strengthen relationships over time. Identify rituals that matter to you and your circle. These don't have to be elaborate. Consistent, meaningful interactions, even brief ones, build a foundation of trust that withstands challenges. Rituals create shared experiences, which are powerful triggers for oxytocin. Giving without expectation. One of the most powerful ways to boost oxytocin is through altruism, giving without expecting anything in return. Acts of selflessness create a profound sense of fulfillment and connection. Whether it's mentoring someone, volunteering, or simply offering a listening ear, giving fosters trust and strengthens bonds. Look for opportunities to serve others, especially in ways that align with your skills and passions. The rewards of giving are twofold. You uplift those around you while also enhancing your own emotional well-being. Conflict resolution through connection. Conflict is inevitable, but how you handle it determines whether it strengthens or weakens your relationships. Oxytocin can play a role in resolving disputes by fostering empathy and understanding. Approach conflict with the intention of finding common ground rather than winning. Start by acknowledging the other person's perspective. Use phrases like, "I understand why you feel that way," to show empathy. Focus on solutions rather than assigning blame. By prioritizing connection over confrontation, you create an environment where oxytocin can work to rebuild trust. The role of gratitude in strengthening bonds. Gratitude is a simple yet profound way to boost oxytocin and deepen connections. When you express genuine appreciation for someone, you not only make them feel valued but also strengthen your bond. Gratitude reinforces positive behaviors, encouraging others to continue investing in the relationship. Make gratitude a habit. Send thank you notes, acknowledge contributions in meetings, or simply tell someone how much they mean to you. These expressions of appreciation create a positive feedback loop that enhances trust and collaboration. Aligning your actions with integrity. Integrity is the bedrock of trust. When your actions align with your words, you reinforce your reliability and credibility. This consistency not only boosts oxytocin in others, but also enhances your own sense of self-respect and confidence. Hold yourself accountable. When you make a mistake, admit it and take steps to correct it. When you commit to something, follow through. Each act of integrity strengthens the trust others have in you, creating a foundation for long-lasting relationships. The power of shared goals. Shared goals bring people together in powerful ways. Working toward a common purpose fosters a sense of unity and collaboration, triggering oxytocin and strengthening bonds. Whether it's a team project, a community initiative, or a family goal, shared efforts create lasting connections. Chapter 7. Neuroplasticity. Rewiring your brain for limitless growth. Your brain's ability to adapt, learn, and grow, known as neuroplasticity, is one of its most extraordinary features. This is the science of transformation. Neuroplasticity is what allows you to break old habits, build new skills, and recover from setbacks. It's proof that you are never stuck, no matter how deeply ingrained your patterns or beliefs may seem. The key is learning how to harness this adaptability intentionally. The science of change. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself in response to your experiences, thoughts, and actions. Every time you repeat a behavior or learn something new, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with that activity. These pathways are like trails in a forest. The more you use them, the clearer and more dominant they become. Conversely, pathways you neglect begin to fade, making way for new growth. This process works both for and against you. If you repeatedly engage in self-limiting behaviors or negative thinking, those pathways become stronger, reinforcing those habits and beliefs. But when you consciously choose positive, growth-oriented actions, you build pathways that support success and resilience. Breaking free from limiting patterns. Breaking old habits starts with awareness. Identify the behaviors, thoughts, or beliefs that are holding you back. These might include procrastination, fear of failure, or self-doubt. Write them down and reflect on how they've shaped your life. Awareness is the first step in disrupting these patterns. Next, replace the old pattern with a new, empowering one. For example, if you tend to procrastinate, replace the habit of delaying with a 2-minute action rule, committing to work on a task for just 2 minutes. This small shift activates a new neural pathway. Repetition strengthens it over time, eventually overriding the old habit. Consistency and repetition are key. Neural plasticity thrives on repetition. The more you practice a new skill or behavior, the stronger the associated neural pathways become. This is why habits, both good and bad, are so powerful. They're simply well-worn neural trails. To leverage this, commit to small, consistent actions. If you want to become more disciplined, start with a daily habit, like making your bed or journaling for 5 minutes. These small wins compound, creating momentum and reinforcing the identity of someone who is disciplined. Visualization as a neural training tool. Visualization is a powerful tool for rewiring your brain. When you imagine yourself successfully completing a task, your brain activates the same neural pathways as if you were actually doing it. This primes your mind for success, making it easier to take real action. Spend time each day visualizing your goals with as much detail as possible. See yourself overcoming obstacles, achieving milestones, and celebrating success. Combine visualization with physical action to solidify the new pathways and turn your vision into reality. Overcoming fear through neural adaptation. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to growth, but it's also one of the most malleable. Neuroplasticity allows you to reframe fear and train your brain to respond differently. Exposure is key. Each time you face a fear and emerge unscathed, you weaken the neural pathways associated with that fear and strengthen pathways associated with confidence. Start small. If you fear public speaking, begin by speaking in front of a trusted friend or recording yourself. Gradually increase the stakes. With each step, your brain rewires itself, making the fear less dominant and the sense of accomplishment more pronounced. The role of learning in neural growth. Learning is the ultimate exercise for your brain. Every time you acquire new knowledge or skills, you create and strengthen neural connections. The more challenging the learning experience, the greater the growth. Challenge yourself to learn something new regularly. This could be a skill related to your goals, a creative hobby, or even a language. Embrace the discomfort of being a beginner. It's a sign that your brain is working hard to adapt and grow. Over time, the struggle becomes mastery. Using mindfulness to rewire thought patterns. Mindfulness is a tool for observing and reshaping your thoughts. When you practice mindfulness, you create space between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose how you react rather than defaulting to old patterns. This deliberate choice is where neural plasticity thrives. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. Start with a few minutes of deep breathing or meditation. As you become more aware of your thoughts, challenge negative or unproductive ones. Replace them with affirmations or empowering beliefs. Over time, these conscious shifts rewire your brain for positivity and resilience. Rest and recovery for neural health. Neuroplasticity doesn't just happen when you're awake and active. It also occurs during rest, particularly during sleep. Sleep is when your brain consolidates new information and strengthens neural pathways. Without adequate rest, your brain's ability to adapt and grow is compromised. Prioritize sleep as a critical component of your success strategy. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality rest each night. Create a bedtime routine that helps you wind down, such as reading, meditating, or journaling. Protect your sleep environment by keeping it dark, cool, and free of distractions. Leveraging gratitude for neural resilience. Gratitude rewires your brain to focus on positivity and abundance. When you practice gratitude, you strengthen neural pathways associated with optimism and resilience. This doesn't just improve your mood, it also enhances your ability to navigate challenges and setbacks. Start a daily gratitude practice. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Be specific and intentional. Over time, this habit reshapes your perspective, training your brain to look for opportunities and solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Building neuroplasticity through physical activity. Physical activity doesn't just benefit your body. It also boosts brain health and enhances neuroplasticity. Exercise increases the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports the growth of new neurons and strengthens existing connections. Incorporate regular exercise into your routine. Activities that combine physical and mental challenges, like dancing or martial arts, are particularly effective. Even a brisk walk can stimulate brain function and enhance your capacity to learn and adapt. Surrounding yourself with growth-oriented environments. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your brain. Surround yourself with people, resources, and experiences that challenge and inspire you. Engage with individuals who push you to think bigger and act bolder. Create a physical environment that supports growth. Keep books, tools, and materials for learning readily accessible. Remove distractions that reinforce unproductive habits. Your surroundings should be a reflection of the person you aspire to become. Turning setbacks into growth opportunities. Setbacks are not failures, they're lessons in disguise. Neuroplasticity allows you to turn adversity into growth by learning from your mistakes and adjusting your approach. Each time you overcome a challenge, you build resilience and strengthen the neural pathways associated with perseverance. Chapter 8. Grit, the unstoppable force of perseverance. Grit is the silent powerhouse behind every great achievement. It's the ability to maintain passion and persistence for long-term goals despite obstacles, setbacks, or slow progress. Talent may open the door, and luck may give you a head start, but grit is what keeps you in the race. It's what separates those who wish for success from those who achieve it. Developing grit is not just about pushing through hard times. It's about reshaping your mindset, sharpening your focus, and strengthening your resolve. Commitment to long-term goals. Success requires unwavering commitment to your goals, no matter how distant or challenging they may seem. Grit is the refusal to quit, even when results are slow or the path ahead feels uncertain. Start by clarifying your long-term vision. What do you truly want to achieve? Be specific and honest with yourself. Write your goals down and revisit them regularly. When you commit to your goals in writing, you solidify them in your mind. Break them into smaller milestones to track progress and celebrate wins along the way. Each step forward reinforces your commitment and builds momentum. Cultivating resilience through adversity. Adversity is inevitable, but grit transforms it into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Every setback you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Reframing adversity as a challenge to overcome sharpens your resilience. When setbacks occur, focus on what you can control. You may not be able to change circumstances, but you can always choose how you respond. Take ownership of your actions, learn from mistakes, and adapt your approach. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about bouncing back and continuing to move forward. Passion as a driving force. Grit is fueled by passion. It's the deep, intrinsic love for what you do that keeps you motivated, even during tough times. Passion gives you the energy to persist when others give up. If you don't feel passionate about your goals, take time to reflect. Are your goals aligned with your values and interests? Are they meaningful to you, or are they shaped by external expectations? Rediscover your passion by reconnecting with your why. Why do these goals matter to you? How will achieving them improve your life or the lives of others? Passion isn't just an emotional spark. It's the foundation of lasting motivation. Delayed gratification as a superpower. Grit requires the ability to delay gratification. Immediate rewards are tempting, but success demands that you trade short-term comfort for long-term fulfillment. This is where many people falter. They give in to distractions, procrastination, or the allure of quick results, sacrificing their bigger goals. Practice delaying gratification in small ways. Skip the extra hour of scrolling on your phone to work on your goals. Say no to impulsive purchases to save for something meaningful. Each act of restraint strengthens your discipline, making it easier to stay focused on what truly matters. The role of optimism in grit. Optimism is a critical component of grit. It's the belief that your efforts will pay off, even when success feels far away. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is fine. It means maintaining hope and confidence in your ability to overcome obstacles. Cultivate optimism by focusing on progress rather than perfection. Celebrate small wins and recognize how far you've come. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Optimism is contagious, and being in a positive environment reinforces your belief in your potential. Building mental endurance. Grit is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires mental endurance, the ability to sustain effort and focus over long periods. Mental endurance isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you develop through practice. Start by pushing yourself just a little further each day. If you're working on a project, commit to an extra 10 minutes of focused effort. If you're training physically, add one more set or one more mile. Over time, these small increments build your capacity for sustained effort. Mental endurance grows with every challenge you face and overcome, creating a foundation of strength that supports you through even the most demanding tasks. Overcoming fear of failure. Fear of failure is one of the biggest obstacles to grit. It causes hesitation, avoidance, and ultimately inaction. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's a necessary part of it. Every failure teaches you something valuable, whether it's a new approach, a hidden strength, or a lesson in resilience. Reframe failure as feedback. When something doesn't go as planned, analyze what went wrong and adjust your strategy. Each failure brings you closer to success, provided you're willing to learn and adapt. The only true failure is giving up. Creating a culture of grit. Surround yourself with people who embody grit. Your environment has a profound impact on your mindset and behaviors. Seek out mentors, peers, and communities that value persistence, hard work, and resilience. These individuals will inspire you, challenge you, and hold you accountable to your goals. At the same time, distance yourself from negativity. Avoid people who discourage you, diminish your efforts, or focus solely on obstacles. A supportive environment reinforces your grit and amplifies your ability to achieve. Tracking progress to stay motivated. Progress is one of the greatest motivators for grit. When you see evidence of your hard work paying off, it reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Track your progress consistently. Whether it's through a journal, app, or calendar, find a system that works for you. Review your progress regularly and adjust your approach as needed. Celebrate milestones no matter how small. Each accomplishment is proof that your efforts are making a difference, fueling your determination to keep going. Using visualization to strengthen grit. Visualization is a powerful tool for building grit. When you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals, you create a mental blueprint for success. This visualization not only motivates you, but also helps you navigate challenges with greater clarity. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing your goals. Imagine the obstacles you'll face and see yourself overcoming them with confidence. Visualize the emotions you'll feel when you succeed: pride, joy, fulfillment. These mental rehearsals prepare your brain for real-world challenges and reinforce your commitment. Gratitude as a grit amplifier. Gratitude may seem unrelated to grit, but it's a powerful amplifier. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. This perspective helps you stay resilient during tough times and reminds you of the resources and support you have. Chapter 9. Emotional Intelligence. The foundation of sustainable success. Emotional intelligence is the hidden driver behind every successful relationship, every high-performing team, and every leader who inspires greatness. It is not about suppressing emotions, but about mastering them, understanding what you feel, why you feel it, and how to use that knowledge to navigate the complexities of life and work. Emotional intelligence empowers you to connect with others, build trust, and maintain balance under pressure. Self-awareness, the starting point of emotional mastery. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. It's the ability to recognize your emotions as they arise and understand how they influence your thoughts, behaviors, and decisions. Without self-awareness, you are at the mercy of your emotions, reacting impulsively rather than responding thoughtfully. Develop self-awareness by pausing throughout the day to check in with yourself. Ask, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? How is this emotion affecting my actions? Journaling can also help you uncover patterns in your emotional responses and identify triggers. The more aware you are of your emotional landscape, the more control you have over your actions. Regulating your emotions under pressure. Emotional regulation is not about ignoring or suppressing emotions. It's about managing them in a way that serves your goals. When stress, anger, or frustration takes hold, your first instinct might be to lash out or shut down. Emotional intelligence teaches you to pause, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with your values and objectives. Practice techniques that help you regulate your emotions in the moment. Deep breathing slows your heart rate and calms your nervous system. Visualization shifts your focus from the immediate stressor to a positive outcome. Reframing challenges as opportunities for growth can also reduce emotional intensity, allowing you to respond with clarity and composure. Empathy, the key to building authentic connections. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It is not just about listening to words, but about sensing emotions and perspectives. Empathy builds trust, strengthens relationships, and creates a sense of belonging. To cultivate empathy, practice active listening. Give your full attention when someone is speaking, and resist the urge to interrupt or offer solutions prematurely. Use phrases like, "I can see how that would be difficult," or "that sounds really exciting," to validate their emotions. Empathy is not about agreeing with someone. It's about acknowledging their experience and showing that you care. Building stronger relationships through emotional intelligence. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. It's the relationships you build that determine the quality of your personal and professional life. Emotional intelligence helps you navigate the complexities of human interaction, from resolving conflicts to inspiring others. Invest time in understanding the people around you, their values, motivations, and concerns. When you show genuine interest in others, you create a foundation of trust and respect. Be consistent in your actions and words, as this builds credibility. Relationships thrive when people feel valued and understood. The role of emotional intelligence in leadership. Leadership is not about titles or authority. It's about influence and impact. Emotional intelligence is the defining trait of great leaders. It enables you to inspire confidence, build cohesive teams, and guide others through challenges with empathy and vision. Lead with self-awareness by understanding how your actions affect those around you. Use emotional regulation to maintain composure under pressure, setting an example for others. Foster a culture of empathy by encouraging open communication and valuing diverse perspectives. Emotional intelligence allows you to bring out the best in others, creating a ripple effect of positivity and performance. Managing conflict with emotional intelligence. Conflict is inevitable, but how you handle it determines whether it strengthens or weakens relationships. Emotional intelligence equips you to approach conflict constructively, focusing on resolution rather than escalation. Start by managing your own emotions. Stay calm and avoid reacting defensively. Seek to understand the other person's perspective by asking open-ended questions like, "What's most important to you in this situation?" Or, "How do you see this issue?" Once you've identified common ground, work collaboratively to find solutions that meet everyone's needs. Resolving conflict with emotional intelligence not only diffuses tension, but also builds trust and mutual respect. Harnessing emotional intelligence for decision-making. Emotions play a significant role in decision-making, whether you realize it or not. Emotional intelligence allows you to harness this influence constructively, balancing rational analysis with intuitive insight. It helps you avoid impulsive decisions driven by temporary emotions and instead make choices aligned with your long-term goals. When faced with a decision, take a step back and assess your emotional state. Are you feeling stressed, excited, or uncertain? Consider how these emotions might be influencing your judgment. Seek input from trusted advisors to gain perspective, and reflect on how the decision aligns with your values. Emotional intelligence ensures that your decisions are thoughtful, balanced, and purposeful. Emotional resilience in the face of adversity. Adversity tests your emotional intelligence like nothing else. When challenges arise, resilience, the ability to bounce back and stay focused, is essential. Emotional resilience is not about denying pain or difficulty. It's about navigating through it with grace and determination. Build resilience by reframing setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. Practice gratitude to shift your focus from what you've lost to what you still have. Strengthen your support network by surrounding yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. Emotional intelligence helps you face adversity with confidence, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity to emerge stronger. Aligning emotional intelligence with your values. Your values are the compass that guides your actions. Emotional intelligence helps you align your behaviors and decisions with these values, creating a sense of integrity and fulfillment. When your actions are consistent with your values, you build trust with others and confidence in yourself. Reflect on your core values. Are they guiding your decisions, or are you being swayed by external pressures? Use emotional intelligence to recognize when fear, anger, or doubt is pulling you off course, and realign yourself with what truly matters. Living in alignment with your values is the foundation of authentic success. The impact of gratitude on emotional intelligence. Gratitude is a powerful tool for enhancing emotional intelligence. When you focus on what you appreciate, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. This perspective fosters optimism, strengthens relationships, and improves your ability to navigate challenges. Practice gratitude daily. Write down 3 things you're thankful for each morning or evening. Express appreciation to the people who have supported you, whether through a simple thank you note or a heartfelt conversation. Gratitude not only boosts your emotional well-being, but also deepens your connections with others. Chapter 10. Focus, the master skill for achieving anything. Focus is the hidden driver behind every extraordinary achievement. It's the ability to direct your mental energy fully toward a goal, shutting out distractions and resisting the pull of everything that doesn't serve your purpose. In a world filled with constant interruptions, mastering focus isn't just an advantage, it's a necessity. Without focus, effort is scattered, progress stalls, and potential remains unrealized. But with focus, every action becomes more impactful, every decision more precise, and every goal more attainable. The power of a singular vision. Clarity is the foundation of focus. When you know exactly what you're working toward, distractions lose their power. Start by defining your goals with precision. What do you want to achieve, and why does it matter? Be specific and intentional. Vague goals lead to vague results. Write your goals down and revisit them regularly. Visual reminders reinforce your commitment and keep your priorities front and center. When distractions arise, a clear vision acts as a filter, helping you distinguish between what's essential and what isn't. Eliminating the noise. Distractions are the greatest enemy of focus. They pull your attention in multiple directions, leaving you exhausted and unproductive. Begin by identifying the distractions that dominate your life. Is it social media, unnecessary meetings, or the constant ping of notifications? Once you know your distractions, take deliberate steps to eliminate or reduce them. Turn off notifications during work sessions. Use apps or tools that block distracting websites. Create a dedicated workspace free from clutter and interruptions. Every action you take to reduce distractions strengthens your ability to concentrate. Prioritization. Focusing on what matters most. Not all tasks are created equal. Some move you closer to your goals, while others simply fill time. The key to focus is prioritization, knowing what to tackle first and what to let go of. Use the 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Identify that 20% and prioritize it. Start each day by listing your top 3 priorities. These are the tasks that will have the most significant impact on your goals. Focus on completing these before moving on to less critical work. By tackling high-priority tasks first, you maximize your productivity and create momentum. The myth of multitasking. Multitasking is a productivity myth. While it may feel like you're accomplishing more, the reality is that dividing your attention reduces efficiency and increases mistakes. Your brain works best when it focuses on one task at a time. Commit to single tasking. When you work on something, give it your undivided attention. Turn off distractions, set a timer if needed, and immerse yourself fully in the task. Single tasking not only improves the quality of your work, but also strengthens your ability to concentrate over time. Building the habit of deep work. Deep work is the state of peak productivity where you're fully immersed in a task, free from distractions, and operating at your highest cognitive level. It's in this state that breakthroughs happen, skills are mastered, and complex problems are solved. Building the habit of deep work requires intentional effort. Set aside dedicated blocks of time for deep work each day. During these periods, Eliminate all distractions. No emails, no phone calls, no interruptions. Focus on a single, high-value task. Over time, you'll train your brain to enter this state more easily, and the results will speak for themselves. The role of rest and focus. Rest is not the opposite of focus. It's a critical component of it. Without adequate rest, your brain's ability to concentrate diminishes. Fatigue clouds your judgment, slows your thinking, and makes distractions harder to resist. To maintain focus, prioritize rest and recovery. Take regular breaks throughout the day to recharge. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method, 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute break, to maintain mental clarity. At the end of the day, disconnect from work and allow your mind to relax. Quality sleep is non-negotiable. It's during sleep that your brain consolidates learning and recharges for the day ahead. Training your mind to stay present. Focus thrives in the present moment. When your mind wanders to past regrets or future worries, it's harder to stay productive. Train your mind to stay present through mindfulness practices. Start with a simple mindfulness exercise. Sit quietly and focus on your breath. When your thoughts drift, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. This practice strengthens your ability to redirect your focus, a skill that translates directly into your work and goals. Leveraging your peak energy times. Your energy levels fluctuate throughout the day. Some hours you feel sharp and focused, while others you feel sluggish. Leverage your peak energy times for your most important tasks. Pay attention to when you naturally feel most alert, morning, afternoon, or evening, and schedule your deep work during those periods. Use lower energy times for routine or less demanding tasks. Aligning your work with your natural rhythms maximizes your productivity and reduces frustration. The power of saying no. Focus requires boundaries. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to something that matters. Learn to protect your time and energy by saying no to distractions, unnecessary commitments, and tasks that don't align with your goals. Saying no isn't about being rude or uncooperative. It's about being intentional. When you decline an invitation or a task, you're creating space for what truly deserves your attention. Practice saying no with confidence, and watch how it transforms your ability to focus. Building focus through environment design. Your environment has a profound impact on your focus. A cluttered or noisy space makes it harder to concentrate, while a clean, organized, and inspiring environment enhances your ability to stay on task. Take control of your surroundings to support your goals. Create a workspace dedicated solely to focused work. Keep it free of distractions, and surround yourself with tools and reminders that reinforce your priorities. Consider the sensory aspects of your environment, light, sound, and temperature, and adjust them to create an atmosphere conducive to deep focus. Focus and the power of momentum. Momentum is the secret weapon of focus. When you start making progress, even small progress, you create a positive feedback loop that drives you forward. The hardest part is often getting started, but once you're in motion, focus becomes easier to sustain. Use the 2-minute rule to overcome procrastination. Commit to working on a task for just 2 minutes. Often, this small action is enough to break inertia and build momentum. As you see progress, your brain releases dopamine, reinforcing your motivation and focus. Chapter 11. The Power of Habits. Rewiring your life for automatic success. Habits shape your life far more than motivation or willpower ever could. They are the invisible architecture of daily existence, determining how you spend your time, energy, and focus. Success is not about extraordinary effort in isolated moments, but about the small, consistent actions you repeat every day. By mastering your habits, you create a system that works for you, automating behaviors that align with your goals and eliminating those that hold you back. Understanding the habit loop. Every habit is built on a simple neurological loop: cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger that initiates the behavior. The routine is the action itself, and the reward is the benefit you gain, which reinforces the habit. Understanding this loop is essential for creating new habits or breaking old ones. Start by identifying the cues in your daily life. These could be a specific time of day, an emotional state, or a particular environment. For example, if you tend to snack when you're stressed, stress is the cue. Once you're aware of the cue, you can consciously replace the routine with a healthier behavior while still providing a reward. The role of identity in habit formation. Habits are most powerful when they align with your identity. Instead of focusing solely on outcomes, shift your mindset to who you want to become. For example, rather than saying, "I want to lose weight," say, "I am the kind of person who prioritizes health." When you adopt a new identity, your habits naturally follow. Reinforce this identity through action. Every time you complete a habit, no matter how small, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. Over time, these votes accumulate, solidifying your new identity and making the behavior automatic. Start small to build momentum. Big changes often fail because they feel overwhelming. Success with habits begins by starting small. If your goal is to write a book, commit to writing just one sentence a day. If you want to get fit, start with a 5-minute workout. These small actions might seem insignificant, but they create momentum and build confidence. Small habits are also easier to sustain. Once they become part of your routine, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration. This compounding effect turns small, consistent actions into remarkable results over time. The power of environment in shaping habits. Your environment plays a critical role in habit formation. It either supports or sabotages your efforts. If your environment is cluttered with distractions, good habits become harder to sustain. Conversely, a well-designed environment makes success effortless. Audit your surroundings. Remove temptations that reinforce bad habits and add cues that support good ones. For example, if you want to eat healthier, keep nutritious snacks within easy reach and eliminate junk food from your home. If you want to read more, place a book on your pillow as a reminder before bed. Small changes in your environment can lead to significant changes in behavior. Habit stacking. Building new behaviors onto existing routines. One of the most effective ways to establish new habits is through habit stacking, linking a new behavior to an existing one. This leverages the momentum of habits you've already formed, making it easier to adopt new ones. Identify a habit you already do consistently, such as brushing your teeth or making coffee. Then attach the new habit to it. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will floss, or after I make my coffee, I will write down 3 things I'm grateful for. The existing habit acts as a trigger, reinforcing the new behavior until it becomes automatic. The role of accountability in habits. Accountability is a powerful motivator for sticking to habits. When someone else knows about your goals and checks in on your progress, you're more likely to follow through. Share your goals with a trusted friend, family member, or mentor who can hold you accountable. For added accountability, consider joining a group or community with similar goals. The shared commitment and encouragement create a supportive environment that reinforces positive habits. Knowing that others are invested in your success can be the extra push you need on tough days. Overcoming obstacles and staying consistent. Every habit encounters resistance at some point. Stress, fatigue, or unexpected challenges can disrupt even the most well-intentioned plans. The key to consistency is preparation. Anticipate obstacles and create strategies to overcome them. If you know your evenings are busy, schedule your workout in the morning. If distractions derail your focus, block time on your calendar for uninterrupted work. Prepare for setbacks by creating an if-then plan. If I miss a workout, then I'll make up for it the next morning. This approach helps you stay consistent even when life gets in the way. Using rewards to reinforce habits. Rewards play a crucial role in making habits stick. They provide positive reinforcement, signaling to your brain that the behavior is worth repeating. Choose rewards that align with your goals and values. For example, if you complete a week of workouts, treat yourself to a new book instead of junk food. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Acknowledging progress reinforces your commitment and keeps motivation high. Over time, the habit itself becomes the reward as you experience the intrinsic benefits of your actions. Breaking bad habits. Breaking a bad habit requires the same understanding of the habit loop: cue, routine, and reward. Identify the cue that triggers the behavior and the reward it provides. Then, replace the routine with a healthier alternative that delivers a similar reward. For example, if stress leads you to reach for unhealthy snacks, replace the routine with a quick walk or a glass of water. You're still addressing the cue and seeking relief, but with a behavior that supports your goals. Consistency is key. The more you interrupt the old pattern, the weaker it becomes. The compounding effect of habits. Habits are like investments. Their value compounds over time. Small actions repeated consistently create exponential growth. This compounding effect applies to both positive and negative habits. Skipping one workout might seem minor, but repeated over weeks, it leads to a loss of fitness. Conversely, exercising consistently, even for short durations, builds strength and endurance. Focus on the long-term impact of your habits. Each choice you make, no matter how small, contributes to the person you're becoming. Commit to actions that align with your vision, and trust in the power of consistency to deliver results. Habits and the power of resilience. Life is unpredictable, and even the best habits face disruption. Resilience is what keeps you on track when setbacks occur. Instead of striving for perfection, aim for consistency. If you miss a day, don't let it derail your progress. Get back on track as quickly as possible. Resilient habits are flexible and adaptable. Adjust your routines to accommodate changing circumstances without abandoning your goals. This mindset allows you to maintain momentum even in challenging times, ensuring that your habits remain a source of strength. Chapter 12. Discipline. The ultimate key to unlocking your full potential. Discipline is the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. It is the quiet force behind consistency, the backbone of perseverance, and the cornerstone of self-mastery. Discipline bridges the gap between your intentions and your actions, turning dreams into plans and plans into reality. While motivation may spark your efforts, it is discipline that keeps you moving forward when the excitement fades, obstacles arise, and progress feels slow. The truth about discipline. Discipline is not about deprivation or rigidity. It's about freedom. Freedom to pursue your goals without being enslaved by distractions, procrastination, or fleeting emotions. It's about aligning your daily actions with your long-term vision, knowing that each choice you make brings you closer to success. Discipline is a skill, not a trait. It's not something you're born with, but something you build through deliberate practice. Every time you choose discipline over convenience, you strengthen your ability to stay focused, committed, and in control. Mastering your mind. Discipline begins in the mind. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. To cultivate discipline, you must master your inner dialogue. Recognize the excuses, doubts, and fears that try to derail you and replace them with empowering beliefs. When your mind says, "I'll do it tomorrow," counter with, "I will do it now because my future self deserves it." When fear whispers, "What if I fail?" respond with, "Every failure is a step toward growth." Your thoughts are not facts. They are choices. Choose thoughts that fuel discipline and propel you forward. Building the habit of showing up. Discipline is built on the habit of showing up day after day, regardless of how you feel. Some days you'll be motivated, and other days you won't. What matters is that you show up anyway. Action creates momentum, and momentum sustains discipline. Start small. Commit to showing up for just 5 minutes a day if that's all you can manage. Once you're in motion, it's easier to keep going. Over time, the habit of showing up becomes automatic, and discipline becomes second nature. The role of structure in discipline. Structure is the scaffolding that supports discipline. Without a clear plan, even the most determined efforts can falter. Create a schedule that prioritizes your most important tasks and minimizes distractions. Set specific times for work, rest, and self-care, and stick to them as non-negotiable commitments. Use tools like to-do lists, calendars, or productivity apps to stay organized. Review your schedule regularly to ensure it aligns with your goals. Discipline thrives in an environment of clarity and order. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline endures. While motivation is tied to emotions, discipline is rooted in commitment. It doesn't depend on how you feel in the moment. It depends on the promises you've made to yourself. When motivation fades, rely on your systems, habits, and structure to keep you on track. Trust the process, even when it feels mundane or challenging. Discipline isn't glamorous, but it is effective. It's the quiet, steady effort that leads to extraordinary results. Embracing discomfort. Discipline requires the willingness to embrace discomfort. Growth happens outside your comfort zone, and discipline is what allows you to stay there long enough to see results. Discomfort is not a sign to stop. It's a sign that you're on the right path. Reframe discomfort as a signal of progress. When you feel the urge to quit, remind yourself that every moment of effort is an investment in your future. The ability to endure discomfort strengthens not only your discipline, but also your resilience and self-trust. The power of delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is at the heart of discipline. It's the ability to forego immediate pleasures for the sake of greater rewards in the future. This skill separates those who achieve lasting success from those who settle for short-term satisfaction. Practice delaying gratification in small ways. Skip the dessert to prioritize your health. Save money for a long-term goal instead of spending impulsively. Each act of restraint builds your capacity for self-control, making it easier to stay disciplined in bigger decisions. Accountability as a discipline multiplier. Accountability amplifies discipline. When someone else knows about your goals and tracks your progress, you're less likely to give in to distractions or excuses. Share your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or coach who will hold you accountable and encourage you to stay the course. Public accountability can also be effective. Announce your goals to a group or on social media, creating external pressure to follow through. The desire to maintain your credibility can be a powerful motivator. The role of rest in sustaining discipline. Discipline is not about working nonstop, it's about working wisely. Rest is not a weakness. It's a strategic tool for maintaining focus and energy. Without adequate rest, your willpower diminishes, and discipline becomes harder to sustain. Schedule regular breaks to recharge, and prioritize quality sleep every night. Use rest as a way to reset your mind and body, ensuring that you can give your best effort when it matters most. Discipline is not about burning out. It's about balancing effort with recovery. Celebrating progress. Discipline thrives on positive reinforcement. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, as proof that your efforts are paying off. Each milestone reached is a reminder of your capability and a source of motivation to keep going. Reward yourself in ways that align with your goals. If you've completed a challenging project, treat yourself to something meaningful, like a day off or a small indulgence. Acknowledging progress reinforces your discipline and keeps you motivated for the next challenge. Discipline as a lifestyle. Discipline is not a temporary effort. It's a way of life. It's the daily choice to prioritize your goals over distractions, your growth over comfort, and your future self over fleeting pleasures. Discipline becomes a part of who you are when you practice it consistently and intentionally.